Hundreds attend memorial mass for Pope Francis at St. Patrick's. Hundreds of faithful fill the pew of Manhattan St. Patrick's Cathedral on Tuesday for a solemn mass in honor of Pope Francis, whose death on Easter Monday at the age of 88 sent the global Catholic community into mourning. Cardinal Timothy Dolan led the service with reverence from the altar, bearing a framed photograph of Francis, saying that the pontiff's passing was like a death in the family. "We didn't call him Holy Father for nothing," Dolan said from the pulpit, addressing the congregation of civic leaders, parishioners, and leaders of Jewish and Muslim faith in attendance. That prayer for consolation has already been answered in so many ways as he returned to the home of his father on the day after Easter. Numerous dignitaries from across the area participated in the Mass, including Mayor Eric Adams and City Council Speaker Adrian Adams. Dolan, who will soon depart from Rome to attend the Papal funeral Saturday and take part in the conclave to elect Francis' successor, asked for praise during what described as a time of both mourning and mission. Mass this afternoon for us, children of Abraham, is a time of tears and smiles, he said. Times of loss are gained, times of sadness. Our joy always comes, a time of prayer. That's what unites us this afternoon. Pope Francis' body is currently lying in state at St. Peter's Basilica until Saturday's funeral in St. Peter's Square, according to the Holy See Press office. Following the funeral, he will be interred at the Basilica of St. Mary Major in Rome, honoring his personal wish and making a departure from the tradition of papal burials in St. Peter's Basilica. The late pontiff, born George Mario Bergoglio, served as pope since 2013 and was widely admired for his humility, compassion, and reform-minded approach to leadership. Dolan recalled meeting him during the conclave that elected him 12 years ago and noted that their relationship deepened during Pope Francis' visit to New York in 2015, his first time in the United States. Pope Francis, Dolan said, was unafraid to show his vulnerability, a trait he described as a sort of strength. He was comfortable enough to let us see his weakness, his fragility, his stumbling in a wheelchair with his oxygen tube, Dolan said. Confident enough to let us see the struggle. Asked after the Mass who he believes is the most likely to be elected the next pope, Dolan shrugged off speculation. There's only one person who knows, the Holy Spirit, he said. We've got to figure out what the Holy Spirit wants, and that's a heavy responsibility. He added that once the College of Cardinals assembles in Rome, they will spend days in prayer and discussions, learning from one another about the good that's going on in their local churches and the challenges that we've got until a 2/3 majority of the 135th cardinals elect a successor among the pool. Among the faithful in the cathedral Tuesday was Rosemary Chester, a Manhattan parishioner who returned to the city's iconic church for what she called a moment of profound personal importance. Pope Francis is my esteem was the most caring, wonderful Pope ever, Chester said, noting her concern that the next Pope might take the church down a different path. That's all I have to say for this video.